Hey, we're going to begin tonight with a tribute to a true pioneer in Christian television, Pat Robertson. He just announced his retirement from CBN, the Christian Broadcasting Network, after 60 years at the helm. Now, Pat blazed trails not only in creating a network of wholesome Christian content, but engaging Christians in civic involvement. A loving and warm-hearted man. He was a lawyer, a businessman, founder of a prestigious Christian university, Regent University, as well as its law school, and he was a former candidate for president. If ever a man earned retirement, Pat Robertson is that man. His love for Christ is authentic and contagious. Our network, Trinity Broadcasting Network, TBN, and CBN were sometimes called competitors by secular media who never understood that CBN and TBN were not competitors, but friends and family, both on a mission to use television to encourage believers and to reach those who haven't yet heard the gospel. We offer our best wishes to a friend and visionary, Pat Robertson, for all the days ahead, which we know will be anything but idle. That's for sure. Now, some of you probably are old enough to remember when no one decorated or even talked about Christmas until after Thanksgiving, right? Yeah. And then we'd focus on Christmas, but then it started happening before Thanksgiving. And then it started happening around Halloween. Now, thanks to Joe Biden and the Democrats, we have Christmas in October. Yep. That's right, the House Democrats have all relocated to the North Pole. And they are wearing elf costumes and busy getting ready to deliver to you, the American suckers, the American people, a sack full of surprises. Yep, this year, expect to be promised free college, free childcare, free healthcare, free food, free housing, free entertainment. You'll get guaranteed income, free housing from which you cannot be evicted, even if you never pay your rent, and free transportation. And according to President Biden, it won't cost you a penny. It's all going to be delivered at no cost because he's going to raise taxes to pay for it. Now, it's some pretty strange math to pay for over $6 trillion of stuff at no cost. But then if you believe that, and you believe that it can be and will be, you probably believe that we have our southern border under control. You probably believe that COVID will kill you in a football stadium, but not if you're rioting and burning a federal courthouse or a police station. You probably believe that we had a flawless exit from Afghanistan, that we didn't leave anybody behind, and that we've even lowered the cost of gasoline and groceries despite what your checkbook tells you. Hey, please remember that government doesn't have its own money. It only has what it takes from you or those around you. And the questions you should always ask are these. Number one, is what the government is promising a job they're supposed to be doing in the first place? And number two, are you willing to have the government take the money that you worked for and spend it for you because they're going to be better managers of your money than you ever will? Now, Joe Biden thinks if he takes money out of your pocket to pay for what he claims are his gifts to you, it won't cost anything because he'll pay for it, even if he pays for it with your money. Now, is that the way your house payment works? You pay the mortgage for 30 years, and praise the Lord, it didn't cost you a dime because it was paid for. Huh? I've heard politicians talk about how they're going to make investments for your future. You better run like your shoes are on fire. Because when they say invest, what they mean is spend. But I like the technique. Never again will I tell my wife I'm going to spend money on a guitar or a gun. I'm simply going to be saying, hey, I'm going to make an investment in a guitar and a gun. And it won't cost 1 red cent because it'll be paid for. It's free. Look, I think this plan can work for a lot of things. You can just say, your dog didn't pee on your carpet. He just made an investment. Perfect, right? The only thing I kind of worry more than that about the government lying to me and telling me they're going to give me free stuff is that apparently a lot of Americans actually believe this. Write this down if you need to. Government can't and won't give you a thing that didn't cost you and your neighbors the full price. And if you believe in Santa Claus, the Tooth Fairy, and the Easter Bunny, hey, you're going to love Joe Biden because he's telling you that he's ready to give you a bunch of free stuff and it won't cost you a thing. Merry Christmas, everyone. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, be sure to leave a like, then subscribe, and hit the notification bell below. Now, if you didn't like it, you ought to find a Ben Shapiro video to detox you with more facts.